If you're like most Americans, you worry if you'll have enough money to live on when you retire. As the average life expectancy gets longer, so does the amount of time you'll have to support yourself once you stop working for a living. Getting the right advice to help you plan the future can give you peace of mind today.
Survival, a word quickly becoming the noun of choice among the business owners and citizenry of our debt-riddled and vastly overextended nation. We as a republic are at a financial crossroads, the likes of which we have never before known. With the majority of Americans caught up in building their own tower of unsecured debt while having little to no personal savings to think of, most experts agree the best strategy for protecting your financial future is to resolve overwhelming amounts of debt.
Well, as you all know, more consumers today than ever are in a position where they need help on repaying their credit card debt. And that's why more consumers than ever are enrolling in a debt settlement program. Because the debt settlement, the company will negotiate with each creditor so the consumer only has to repay a portion of what they owe, but it's accepted as full payment for what they owe.
According to the Federal Reserve, consumer debt, not including mortgages, is almost at a record $2 trillion. That's $18,000 in unsecured high-interest debt per household. Adding to the misery and taking advantage of the lack of financial discipline plaguing most Americans, credit card issuers lowered monthly minimum payments to sucker consumers into taking on more debt and longer to pay it off. Additionally, most credit card issuing banks, the same ones claiming to have the customer's best interest at heart, have raised interest rates to the maximum limits allowed by law, at a time when our nation is nearing 20% unemployment.
What Americans need to do, the Americans that are facing a mountain of unsecured credit card debt, what they need to do in order to get a handle on it and start rebuilding financial strength, they first have to change their behaviors, their spending behaviors and their saving behaviors. The second most important and immediate thing that they must do is work a plan. They can't do it alone. They can't do it without a plan. And the way that all comes together is they must begin educating themselves. Once they educate themselves, they can begin rebuilding financial strength.
We here at Nationwide Support Services, we change people's lives. We help them to see that the light at the end of the tunnel is actually daylight, having them stay committed to their savings plan so that they learn, number one, that they learn how to save money. Number two, that they learn how to save money so that it can accumulate and we can settle out their debt. So in essence, we change their life.
Frugality, being content and thankful for what you have, and not enslaving yourself to unnecessary debt for luxuries you don't need. According to Joanne Garneau, founder of Nationwide Support Services and Debt Talk, a debt resolution and settlement services company that helps people by providing a plan to resolve their debt, the key is learning to live life with what they refer to as financial strength.
To live a life with financial strength and the peace of mind that we're all looking for, we have to do a few things. Number one, we have to change our mindset. How do we think about money? How do we spend differently? So we have to go there first. Then we need to move into resolving our debt because we're never going to gain financial strength unless we get rid of this debt. Then we need to put savings away, at least 6 months of living expenses in case something does occur. And then we need to learn financial literacy. What is it that allows us to spend right, budget, have the right amount of savings, and give our families what we're all looking for, which is the quality of life and less stress in our lives.
To find out more about debt resolution, contact Nationwide Support Services at 1-800-718-1381 or online at www.nationwidesupportservices.com.